All right, number of ways to use the hole command. Let's use one of the simplest ways. We're going to use this placement. We're just going to drop a hole right here. We can reference that against the different sides here, which can be something like this. We'll make each of these 2 inches. Then we're going to drop down here. We can make it a counterbore. We can make it a countersink. We can make it through. We can add our threads, whatever we want to do. In our case here, we're going to make it a socketed cap screw. So for the distance, we're just going to go through all. And real quick, since we're going to select the 1/4-20, we will jump over to McMaster-Carr because they tell you the size of all different fasteners. So look at this. The head is 375 as well as the height of it is 250. So we're going to modify this. So we'll make this 390 and we'll make this 255. That'll give us enough of a gap. We'll hit enter here and look at that. There is our part. Now I feel the real power is in this feature here. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a sketch and we are going to add some points to this. And so this way we can add a whole number of points at the same time, and then the machinist can machine them all out. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just setting up some constraints here. Yep, and we'll have this a 1/2 inch out, and then this will be a 1/2 inch down, like that. And then we'll make sure that this is the same here. Now that we finished this here, we could finish sketch, or look at this, right click. Here's the hole command. So we're going to jump into that. For placement, we're going to select here the from sketch. We're going to select our sketch points here, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to stick with the countersink this time. We'll do a distance of all. And let's jump over to McMaster-Carr real quick. So look at this. The head is 531. So we're going to add a little bit to that. We're going to do 536. We're going to hit enter, and they've all populated here. All right, one more thing. Look at this here. I can jump back into my holes, and I can just jump and change them as I see fit. But in this case here, I want to show you this one option here, which is modeled. If I click on this, Fusion 360 will create the physical threads inside of this hole so that you can 3D print it. However, if I unclick this, then what it's doing is it's just showing me a picture of threads, because the picture of threads takes less space in this actual file. However, when I do want to print this on a 3D printer, I need Fusion 360 to calculate all of these little threads to make sure that the 3D printer will pre-print them and save me trouble later.